My name is Niamh McNally and I'm a 19-year-old boxer from Toronto. About 3 years ago I started competing in boxing, and ever since then I fell in love with it and I've just been doing it seriously and competitively. When I'm training for a fight, I usually train 6 days a week. Some days strength and conditioning and some days boxing, or twice a day. I'll wake up early and do strength and conditioning, and then in the night I go with my coach and we do pads and sparring and hitting the bag and all that stuff. Honestly, I really love being the only girl because the training with the guys and everything, it pushes you a lot more, and it's all worth it because I know that when I fight, I'll be over ready for it. In the sport of boxing, there's not a lot of women, and I just love promoting the sport to women. I just think that it's so unfair how some people think about it, like, oh, women shouldn't box, or like it's a man's sport and everything like that. Like, it's not fair, and I just want to prove that women can do it too. That's why I really appreciate my coach, because he spends as much time with me as he does with the other guys, and I know in my heart that I love this sport and I love everything it's about. So right now I'm in second year, I'm doing kinesiology at York. So I want to focus on school, but I also want to box. So right now I want to stay in the amateurs and try to, win nationals and try to go to worlds. And then after that, in a couple of years, I probably want to go professional. Sometimes I'm really struggling and feeling like I don't know how I can handle all this, because school is like a really, really big chunk, and obviously it's important to me because I love what I'm doing, but I also try to keep boxing and training, and I know that I don't want to go in the ring like thinking, oh, I didn't train hard enough for this or something like that. So I always try to think like in the future what I'm gonna want, and I know that school is important, but so is boxing. So professional fighters, they can only get a couple of fights per year, so all the training and everything leading up to the actual fight takes so much time. At the end of this month, it's Golden Gloves, so provincials, and then so if I win that, then I go to nationals. But the thing is, I have an exam on that Friday, so I don't even know, and the Monday, Friday, Monday, so, but the tournament's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I couldn't go to Golden Gloves last year, the provincials, because of school, so everything, I had an exam and it was just really bad timing. So that's why this year I really want to try to balance it and not just think study and box, not just do one or the other. The feeling of getting your hand raised and knowing, like I was saying, I just worked so hard for this, for this one moment.
Boxing is very exciting. It's a very old sport, and a lot of people are around it. And it's interesting to try and help an athlete get to the highest level in any sport. And I chose boxing. So I look for potential for someone that can eventually become a high-level competitor, or hopefully at some point a professional boxer going all the way, fighting big fights. And I see that potential in Niamh for sure. It's one of the main reasons I decided to work with Niamh. She's a hard worker. She's not just talking about what she wants to do. She's actually coming to the club every day, hard work, and I see the results. She's doing great. So, Golden Gloves is the biggest tournament of the year in amateur boxing. So, Boxing Ontario is organizing a few championships, a few tournaments, and the Golden Gloves is the biggest one. If you're a Golden Gloves champion, you can later on go to the nationals. And if you succeed at the nationals, you're Team Canada, and everybody wants that. It's awesome to be on the team, and maybe you can at some point get a ticket to go to the games.
You never know what kind of plan the other person has, whether they're gonna box with you or come off strong or brawl with you. So you always need to have plan A, plan B, everything, so that you know when you get in there, make the judges know that I will get the win. And I think for me, boxing is really technical, and I like to focus on that part instead of going all out 3 rounds. There's no point. When I like to try to show my skills and what I trained for and everything my coach and I worked on, and hopefully I can perform everything that I trained for in the fight. It's easy to get mentally affected, especially in boxing. Like, losing is really hard, and you don't want to train so hard all that time for nothing. I've lost fights in the past, and I never really get upset. I just try to learn from it. Try to really focus on not as much as what was good, but what needs to be worked on, because there's always room for improvement, and my coach always says that it just depends on your mindset.
Your winner by split decision in the red corner.
I would like to, if I lose, think of it as a positive reaction and try to work on something new and a new game plan and stuff.